of the t-shirt and them saying, oh, the print looks different. At the end of the day, we don't work on the designs. We don't change their designs. Whatever they send us is what we put on the t-shirt. If it doesn't come right on the t-shirt, that is not our fault. We don't make the design.
Who is Mr. Kamchan? You were starting up a business, t-shirt business.
Correct.
The defendant was also in business. He makes shirts. I assume you were having them made to sell them either online or at events.
Correct.
You don't have a store, is that right?
Online store.
Online. What's the name of your company?
Risen Athletics.
Reason?
Risen.
Risen. Spell
Risen.
it.
RIZIN space athletics.
And where are they incorporated?
Ceres, California.
In the state of California.
In the state of California.
And it's a corporation. You have a license. You've incorporated it.
Correct.
Here.
There's a website, about 9 items of clothing.
May I see it, please? Sure. Make it go. Could you go back to, okay, I just want to see where they order them from. Great. And what's the name of your company, sir?
MFP Studios.
MFP Studios.
Correct.
Where are you located?
Los Angeles.
How long have you been in business, Mr. Kamchan?
About a year and a half.
Did you make any money the first year you were in business?
Yes.
How much?
Approximately 10,000, a little over.
Nice. In that first year, did you get any merchandise from Mr. Garcia?
We did.
So you made some money from the merchant?
Not from his clothing, actually.
Not from his. What other company do you deal with?
We did wholesaling through Champion, the website.
Champion is a wholesaler? I thought they were a retailer.
So they have a website where you can wholesale and buy a bunch of garments that they allow you to reprint on and sell. So that's what we did originally.
I found an Instagram page for MFP Studios. The website is coming soon.
I have the website currently closed right now.
Currently closed.
Yeah.
You what?
Yeah, our website opens and closes like periodically. So right now it's actually closed. But if you would like, I can go and open it for you guys so you guys can take a look at it.
I want to know why it closes, Mr. Garcia. What does that mean?
So usually the way that my company works is that we do custom manufacturing for specific brands. So it's very customized. But at times I do produce blanks on my own where I'll put on my website. Currently we don't have any, so my website is closed until we produce them and then we post them on our website. I don't know if that makes sense.
Doesn't make sense. How much money did the plaintiffs send you to produce T-shirts for them? How much money
did the T-shirts?
How much money did the plaintiffs send you to produce T-shirts for them? And I'd like to see the order.
Okay.
Can I see all the papers?
Would be the invoices for the T-shirts.
Thank you. Did they pay all of these invoices?
Yes.
Lex, would you add up these invoices for me, please? How many T-shirts were they supposed to have?
Total should have been approximately 320.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
That's correct.
How many did they receive? That's what this case is about.
Correct. They should have received at least 180.
So about half.
Correct.
It's not true.
Just a second.
Okay.
And you got paid.
Correct.
Well, at least for that number of shirts, they get their money back, right?
State that
Duh.
again?
For the number of T-shirts that you didn't send them, they get their money back.
Well, there was a couple other things that were taking into place, so that's
Like
kind of
what?
the issue. So there was a lot of changes that were being made.
Hold on a second. Lexi.
7996.
7996 is the total of all those invoices. Great. All I'm saying to you, Mr. Garcia, this is the case that we hear about. They're complaining that they got some T-shirts, but they were not what they ordered. You acknowledge that they didn't get half the T-shirts at all, and you didn't make them, and your website is now offline.
Well, that happens like every...
I don't care.
Yeah, okay.
I don't care. I don't know any other company that takes their website offline. I mean, I don't understand that.
I could give you a list of a couple.
I don't want you to give me a list of any. I want you to tell me why they're not entitled to at least half their money back.
So like I was stating, there was a bunch of other changes. So them not being happy with the garments that they received, that at the end of the day, I can't control. That is what they've ordered. I sent them pictures. I'm
talking about the ones that they didn't receive, sir, not the ones that they did.
Okay.
They were not happy, which they will tell me about the half that they received. You acknowledge that you didn't send them half of the ones that they ordered.
Correct.
Well, why should they pay for those? That's what I'm asking you to answer.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm trying to explain. So
Try to explain it to me so that Alexi understands it. He's much smarter than I am.
So when it comes down to custom manufacturing, there's a lot of other components that come into place. There were a lot of changing designs. There was a lot of remaking of screens for us to get the design onto the T-shirt that we had to do, that took up our time, that took up our money, that we didn't charge him for. So that's kind of where everything in terms of like the money goes to, is what we're saying. It's like, okay, if you're gonna be making all these changes and then you're not happy with it, if you can see, I have pictures of me sending them a print of the T-shirt and them saying, oh, the print looks different. At the end of the day, we don't work on the designs. We don't change the designs. Whatever they send us is what we put on the T-shirt. If it doesn't come right on the T-shirt, that is not our fault. We don't make the design.
That sounds like a yada, yada, yada was saying. And tell me if that's what you understood. Would you do that for me? They ordered 320 T-shirts. For all intents and purposes, and because of our easy math, he sent them half. They paid for 320. What he's saying is because they kept making changes, they spent more time on the half that they got, so they didn't feel that they had to send them the other half. Is that what you're getting?
Yes.
That's a duh. Do you understand? That's a duh. You know, I'm trying to think of an analogous situation for you. I'm a dentist's daughter, and I know that sometimes in my father's business, somebody would come in and he'd look at a tooth and he'd say, you know what? It's a simple filling, you know, and I'm going to charge so much. And then he started to work. Patient said, okay, you know, that's a reasonable figure, and he started to work. And all of a sudden he found, well, there was a little something else in there that he really had to do in order to do what he said he could do for 20 bucks. And so it took him more time. You think he charged the patient for that? No, he didn't. So you at least owe them half of what they sent you. They sent you $8,000. Let's make it nice and easy because I'm an easy girl. And you didn't send them half the T-shirts. Now we're going to talk about the T-shirts that you did send them. Because are we finished with the ones that you didn't?
Yep.
Yep. Now we're going to go to the ones that they did send, and you have to show me why they were unsatisfactory. Pick it up.
Perfect.
So this is the sample that we received from him. So like the way samples work is he'll send us the clothing, we'll A-OK it. So we A-OK this. This is a large, by the way. Everything's perfect, everything's great.
Okay, good.
So let me show you the XL and the small.
So this right here I'm holding is an XL. The difference. And you want to see another
Dramatically
thing?
smaller.
This is what I'm holding is a small. We ordered 4 small sizes: small, medium, large, and XL.
Hold
Now,
on,
if
can I
put all
see
of
the
them-
smalls?
Yeah.
Can I see?
Still sorry. Here you go.
Well, this could be a small, a big small, but small. Can I see the extra small, please?
Extra large.
Extra large.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same as X size.
they're the same size. The small and the extra large, if you hold them up together, they're exactly the same size.
Lexi, hold these up together, would you please? Let me see. He said they're the same size. I don't think so. Could I? One certainly looked bigger to me, but not a small and an extra large. Okay. Now, this is what I'd like you to do, Cassandra. I want you to send these over to the defendant, and I'd like him to explain to me why these are the same size. One is labeled small, one is labeled extra large. This has nothing to do with a change of design. This has to do with almost math, which, as we all know, is not my strong suit. Okay, so now give me an explanation, sir. This has nothing to do with changing of the design. That has to do with 2 T-shirts that are exactly the same. One says small, one says extra large. Explain it.
This is a very simple fix, so there was just an issue with the tag in the labeling.
Just a second. That's what you sent them.
Yeah, that's
Just a
exactly
second.
my explanation. No, well, this is for the actual garment. What I was referring to was the print on the design.
No,
This
no,
is
no.
the-
I'm talking about the actual garment. Did you
Correct.
send that to them?
I did
Shh,
send
just
it.
a second. You sent that to them with the label that was mislabeled.
Correct.
Okay. How many of the mislabeled T-shirts did you send them?
It's a very common mistake in manufacturing.
don't give me a-
I'm not sure. They didn't give me a number of how
How
many.
many?
Were mixed up.
How many?
Exactly 73.
You see, what the problem, Mr. Garcia, is they can't sell those online because if somebody calls and orders a small and they send them a small, it's an extra large. Or if somebody calls and orders an extra large and they get it and it's got a small,
And that could be easily fixed by just changing
who
the tag.
cares?
Yeah.
You know, my face can be easily fixed.
Both.
Not so easily anymore.
These are all just fixed.
Yeah.
I mean, they can all be fixed.
Yeah.
When
How-
it happens, it
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
always like
Yeah,
have to be sent out.
Yada, 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 yada. Okay, so half you didn't send them, and 73 you sent them wrong. Of the other half, 73 you sent
Labeled
them
wrong.
wrong.
Correct.
You sent them wrong that they can't resell as you sent them online. I mean, they could send them to a pop-up store and sell them for nothing.
Or
And
donate
say,
them.
you know, you try it on and see whether it fits you, but you can't sell them online. Otherwise, their business would be destroyed. Okay, what about the rest? Now we're finished with the
So-
sizes.
He has claimed to sent us over 180 shirts. That's incorrect. He sent us 123 exactly.
You have any proof that you sent them 180 shirts?
I had them in text messages, but I don't have that phone. But I mean, I'm sure
I
that.
mean, everybody that has no case has no phone.
I mean, I have.
Mr. Garcia, everybody
have
that
proof
has
that I
no
sent them
proof,
pictures, yes, I have
everyone
photos.
then show it to me that you sent them 180 shirts.
Well, I don't have all 180 in the picture. I mean, I don't know if you'll be able to count them, but
You want me to count them? You're in
necessarily.
business. Mr. Garcia,
you want to show her?
no, you're in business, sir. That's not the way you run a business. 120 they sent, and of the 120, how many were you able to sell?
Out of the 120,
Just a second. And out of the 120, does that include the 73 that were wrong size?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that includes.
So
the
we're
70
left with only 50 that weren't labeled incorrectly.
How many shirts did he send you that you were able to sell
0. We sold none of his shirts.
because they were mislabeled or you didn't
Mislabeled
get
or
them?
misprinted and didn't get them.
Great. Do you have any text messages between the two of you?
So many.
Anything in specific?
I'd like you to show me one where you say to him, we cannot sell these shirts, they're the wrong
So
size.
We'll show you the demand letter. So we sent him a demand letter, hoping that he'd still like try to solve it outside of court, but he never replied to it and just never sent us
So right
anything.
here, it'd be us telling him that the items received were not as promised, and the other side would be the lawsuit issue.
Okay. You say in this demand letter that you are requesting, first of all, he doesn't communicate with you when you send him information back and forth. So you say, sir, since you do not wish to communicate us, here's an official demand letter.
Yes.
You say that you paid him $15,986.
Correct.
Correct.
Well, that's not what your lawsuit is here. You any T-shirts.
No T-shirts.
So how much did you pay him?
All in all, minus the setup fees that we're also suing for, it is exactly.
No,
Oh, sorry.
I want to know where the $15,986 comes from.
So in this order, we did order 320 pairs of shirts, but we also ordered 240 pairs of shorts that we're not suing for.
Why?
He fulfilled that.
He fulfilled the short section.
He filled the short
Yeah,
section.
Yes,
fulfilled the
fulfilled.
short.
Is that what's on your website for sale?
Yes.
Yes.
The
color.
shorts.
The
Correct.
short.
The shorts. So it's just the
shirts,
T-shirts.
yeah.
Shirts.
So you did fulfill the order for the shorts.
Correct.
Do you have a pair of those shorts for me to see? I would just like to take a look at them.
No.
We did not because we weren't aware. We weren't suing for those.
No, I understand that. Did he get the shorts with the same screening as on those, or are they different?
Different screen.
Different design.
So different setup fees, different screens. We paid for that. We're not suing for that portion.
We have
Just
invoices for them though.
Can I see it?
Only,
Yeah.
shorts.
Because there were shorts on their website, right?
It might be in there.
Are they blue?
It's right there. Blue,
Yeah, they're
red,
blue,
and black.
red, and black.
Blue, red, and black. And they just have a little design on
Yeah,
it.
correct.
These are
Okay.
all invoices, but if you want to show a specific
And they were
shorts,
okay.
they're gonna be
Yeah, they're-
here.
Okay.
Okay, well, they're on your website, so you're selling them.
Yeah, so that's going to be shorts for prints, and we also
The T-shirts are not on their website, correct?
There are some. There.
Can I
okay,
see?
There are two. One T-shirt.
Yeah,
here,
that's not it,
One T-shirt down.
and that's not it. Okay, so those are not on the website.
And
Got it.
And one other, but that's also.
That's not it. That's certainly not those T-shirts, not the same screen.
something missing in there is the invoice for the shorts material. We are suing for the screens in that. That's the only reason that invoice is here, because he charged us for owning of screens and films that he told us we had to pay for that we owned and we never received as well.
Screens and
Yeah,
film.
so when-
Tell me, explain that to me.
So when making clothing, you pay for garments and then you have to pay for screens and film. So screens is like these big metal square frames, and then you put a
Did
film
you
on-
pay for those?
Yes.
We did, which are in those invoices. The only invoice we're missing is our shorts.
Did you receive those screens?
Well, I made them, so yeah, I had them.
Did you charge them?
Yes, I did charge them for them.
And where are they?
Well, we don't turn in the screen, so so the way that screen printing works is that when you burn screen, you hold them for only 2 months. You don't store them for months and months on end. So after 2 months, if they're not being used, if we're not printing with them, we recycle them.
How
The films is just a piece of paper that I do have handy. So
He told us that we own them and we could receive them whenever we want them for future references. So that's why we had asked for the demand.
So you destroy them?
correct.
Okay. So there we get to the $9,000. Actually, $9,100. Are you, Mr. Garcia, is your company incorporated in California? I forgot the answer to that question. Is not an answer.
No, I mean, I'm self-employed.
You're self-employed. You have a
Sorry.
company, you said.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a company, then you have to be incorporated.
Well, I have like an LLC. Is that what you're referring to?
Or an LLC. Do you have an
I
LLC?
do have an LLC, yes.
Do you have what's the name of it?
MFP Studios.
Do you find that registered in the state of California? Is it registered, sir?
It shouldn't, yeah, but it probably won't be under that name. It would be under All Hills.
Under what?
All Hills.
So a different name.
I have the paperwork. I don't know. I mean, doing business as MFP Studios.
Why?
That's just the way that I was set up. So that when I got an LLC, it was through one of my business partners at first. So then he just gave
How
me
many
that.
business partners do you have?
I just have one.
Who is
Well, he's
that?
not even a business partner. He just gave me the LLC so I could use it.
Great.
Yeah.
We're finished here. You haven't used his services. I can't say company. You haven't used his services since
No,
2022.
correct.
Okay, got it. Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $9,100. We're finished.
Thank you, Your
Case
Honor.
is now
Thank you.
closed. Court is adjourned.
She sided with them, and I mean, I just got to keep doing my business and just keep going, man.
I like that she was able to see that he was clearly taking advantage of us, so I'm happy she saw the same thing we saw.
It's just something that happens in this business. It happens more often than you think. Overseas, there's a bunch of cases. I don't know if she's familiar with the business, or I'm not sure. I know that it happens often. It was an easy fix. They could have still sold the shirts, but I just think they just didn't want to do it.
Why would he bother sending these knowing we never agreed on it?
If you've really been in the business, there's ways to do it where you can still sell it and make your money back to where you have a good relationship with your manufacturer.
Never tried working with us. Like, he would barely even respond. Like, he actually stopped even communicating with me because I threatened to sue him once. So then he started communicating with him.
But if, you come and you're just, I want a full refund, it's gonna be very hard to even fix the issue versus just, it's more of a fix the issue thing than get everything done all over again.
But we tried our best for a whole year and nothing was happening. So that's when we're like, you know what? We can't let somebody walk all over us like this because it's our company. It's gonna be detrimental if we wait even longer because it was past a year. So that's when we decided to sue him.
The constant changes, they weren't comprehending with my time schedules in terms of how I did things, and it didn't work out. They're also a long distance client. My clients usually come into my warehouse. We're more hands-on, so I don't think it's a good fit.
Definitely take baby steps, live and learn. You're gonna fall a little bit. It's just how you get back up.
A big lesson learned, for sure.
Rise to the occasion, that's what we always say. We'll be back better than ever.
Biggest takeaway was the power of credibility. Those plaintiffs came in, they knew exactly how much they paid for each item, they knew exactly what they received, and they had receipts to back it up. And when you have your day in court, it's important you have your arms fully around your own case.
Yeah. And it only made the defendant look that more implausible.
Absolutely.
This case was savage because Judge Judy didn't even need 10 minutes to see what was happening. This was not a small mistake. This was a business taking money, failing the order, then trying to bury the customer under excuses. Isaiah and Brandon were starting their clothing brand, Rizin Athletics. They trusted Manuel and his company, MFP Studios, to produce their shirts. They paid thousands of dollars expecting a real supplier, real production, real delivery. And what did they get? Half the order missing. Wrong labels, wrong sizes, misprinted shirts. And then a whole speech about design changes and screens and manufacturing problems? Seriously? That's not the customer's problem. If someone pays for 320 shirts, you don't get to send around half and then act like your stress is the payment. That's not business. That's chaos with an invoice. Judge Judy caught it immediately. Manuel kept trying to explain. There were changes. We spent time. We had to remake screens. And Judy basically said, that sounds like yada yada yada. And she was right. Because all those words didn't answer the real question. Where are the shirts? That's it. They paid for product. You didn't deliver product. End of story. Then it got even worse when the shirts came out in court. One shirt labeled small. One shirt labeled extra large. Same size. That moment was brutal. Because now it wasn't just about missing shirts. It was proof that the shirts they did receive were basically unsellable online. Imagine a customer orders a small and receives something that fits like an XL, or orders an XL and sees a small label. That destroys trust instantly. For a clothing brand, bad sizing is not a tiny issue. It's reputation damage. Emmanuel's answer was basically, it's an easy fix. No, bro. It's easy for you to say that after the customer already paid, waited, and got unusable product. A real supplier fixes the problem before it reaches the client. That's the difference between running a business and playing business. The plaintiffs looked prepared. They had invoices, they had counts. They knew what they ordered, what they paid, what they received, and what was missing. Manuel looked like he was trying to talk his way out of math. And math doesn't care about excuses. 320 shirts ordered. Only part delivered. 73 mislabeled. 0 sold. That's not a misunderstanding. That's failure. Then the screen issue made it even worse. They paid for screens and films. Manuel said the screens were destroyed after 2 months because that's how his process works. Okay, but if the customer paid for them and was told they owned them, then destroying them makes you look even worse. By the end, Judge Judy had seen enough. She awarded the plaintiffs $9,100. And honestly, that felt completely fair. Because this wasn't just a bad order. This was a young clothing brand trying to build something, and a supplier taking their money while delivering excuses instead of inventory. The biggest lesson here is simple. If you run a business, receipts matter. If you take money, deliver what was paid for. And if you mess up, fix it fast. Because once a judge sees that your defense is just yada yada yada, you're already finished. If you enjoy serious courtroom reactions like this, support the channel, like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for the next case.